Hey students, in this video we're going to discuss the frequently asked questions in paper 4 of IGCSE paper. Welcome to the library of questions, and this is part 3. Today we're going to discuss the topics which we have not covered in part 1 and part 2, and they are acid, bases and salts, some questions about redox reactions, and then we have organic chemistry. So these questions will cover some of the common questions, and this is one of them. What is saturated solution? It's really common. A saturated solution is a solution that can dissolve no more solute in it. Means no more solute can be dissolved in it at a specific temperature. So there are two parts of this answer. No more solute can be dissolved. Number 2, at a specific temperature, because solubility changes with temperature, so you have to mention both of these points. Number 2, why is solid added in excess in acid while preparing a soluble salt? So we add the thing in excess to make sure that all the acid is reacted. Question number 3 is describe how to check if all the water from the hydrated salt is given off or is evaporated. When we heat it, we have to reheat and reweigh again and again until the mass of the salt is constant. That's how we know that all the water is given off. Question number 4. What is meant by the term redox? Very simple and very common question. A reaction in which reduction, which is the gain of electrons, and oxidation, which is the loss of electrons, it occurs simultaneously. Question number 5. Why a substance is a reducing agent? A substance is a reducing agent when it itself oxidizes. It loses electrons, but it adds electron into the other. Itself it is oxidized. And a substance which is an oxidizing agent is a substance which itself is reduced. Question number 7. Why is residue rinsed after filtration? So a residue is rinsed after filtration to make sure that all the filtrate or all the chemical, all the solution is removed and no filtrate is left behind on the filter paper with the crystals or the precipitate. Question number 8. State the two observations which shows that the substance is in excess when the reaction is complete, when the reaction is done. So this is a very common question. How do you know that the substance is in excess, or how do you know that the reaction is complete? So point number 1 is no more bubbling of the gas, and number 2 that a solid stops dissolving or it remains at the bottom. Question number 9. Why the salt solution should not be heated to dryness during crystallization when we heat it? So the answer for it is we will not heat it to dryness, because so that we can get the anhydrous salt, which we don't want. We want crystals and we need the water of crystallization. So to prevent the loss of water of crystallization, we do not heat it to dryness. Now the question number 10 is what is meant by unsaturated compound? Now this is organic portion. An unsaturated compound is a hydrocarbon which contains at least one carbon-carbon double bond. Question 11. What is meant by the term functional group? A functional group is an atom or a group of atoms which, when combined with any hydrocarbon, they give them their characteristic chemical properties or specific chemical properties. Number 12. What is the test between saturated and unsaturated hydrocarbons? So the test is bromine water test. Very common question. And bromine water is brown in color, and it stays brown when we have a saturated hydrocarbon, and its brown color fades or it decolorizes when it is added in unsaturated hydrocarbon. Question number 13. Which process is used to make alkenes? Cracking. Question 14. How this reaction shows that this is an addition reaction? The answer is that the reaction is addition reaction if it forms only one compound. In addition reaction, no byproduct is formed. Name a polyester. Pterylene. Question 16. What is the advantage of producing ethanol from fermentation? So the advantage of producing ethanol by fermentation is that fermentation uses a renewable resource. And what is the advantage? What is the advantage of producing ethanol from the catalytic addition of steam to ethene? The answer is that it produces pure ethanol. Question number 18. What are the conditions of hydration? The catalytic addition of steam to ethene. The conditions are very important and they are 300 degrees Celsius, 6000 kilopascal, and acid phosphoric acid as a catalyst. Question number 19. What is meant by the term precipitate? So a precipitate is a solid which is formed when two substances react with each other. In precipitation reaction, these two substances are mostly soluble salts which react with each other to form an insoluble one. Question number 20. How to separate a pure solid from an aqueous solution of a soluble salt? So we do it by crystallization. If we have a soluble salt, we'll heat the solution until crystallization point, then allow it to cool, filter the crystals, wash them with distilled water and dry. Question 21. How to get pure salt, pure precipitate from insoluble salt mixture after precipitation reaction? So we get the precipitate after the reaction by filtering the mixture, washing the residue with distilled water and dry. Drying can be in an open air or between the folds of filter paper. So that's it. These are the most frequently asked questions and there are lots of other questions, but right now you can learn these questions, and for part 1 you have to click here. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.